So, with the legal channel crisis at an all-time high, is Lee Anderson right that the Tories should keep legal migration in check by pursuing a net zero immigration policy? Dan at gbnews.uk, vote in our poll at GB News. But duking it out now, I'm joined by the Conservative political commentator Benjamin Loughnane and the broadcaster and actress Jenny Barnett. Benjamin, he's got a point, doesn't he? Because it's not saying that no one can enter the country. I mean, about 500,000 folk left last year, and he's just saying, let's replace those people.
Yeah, he's absolutely correct in terms of numbers. We do need to bring the numbers down. But the problem with the idea of one in, one out is, you know, it's quality, not quantity. We need to make sure that we have the right people in and the wrong people out. If you send away loads of doctors we've trained in our NHS, people we've put through our schools with taxpayer money, people we've put through our universities, and then they're leaving for better paid jobs abroad and we're replacing them with fruit pickers, for example, that is not a positive policy. So, yes, one in, one out, but we need to ensure that it's quality as well as quantity.
Yeah, so still using the points-based system, but using it properly. Jenny Barnett, why is that wrong? Surely it makes sense.
Well, I think we have to look at I'm going to have to read some of my notes because asylum applications are half what they were 20 years ago. They're half. Fewer people are now being processed and more people are hanging around. So we know that there's something wrong. We know that something's going on. Because of the cost of living prices, we've got people saying they are parasites that are coming into this country. They are criminals, they're terrorists, which they're not. Lots of them are not coming here to dance. They're coming here to work. They're coming here to find relatives. They're coming here to flee war-torn situations. And what's happening is because of our infrastructure, which has gone down, people don't know where to run, and they are accusing, blaming these people coming in on boats. It's only 14.4% who are coming in here. But the Tories have stopped with their investment, and we now have a Home Office that's cruel. You wouldn't.
OK, sorry, we're just losing you there, Jenny, but we've got the crux of it. Benjamin, how do you respond to that?
Well, I think, you know, it's one thing to talk about it being a small amount, but it's about the principle. It's not just about the number of people coming across illegally. When we're talking about a number of Albanians coming, there's no war in Albania. It shouldn't be about, oh, well, it's only a few. It should be absolutely zero. These people are not legitimate asylum seekers. They're not refugees. These are people who are gaming the system. They're using a loophole. They're using a gap in our border security in order to exploit this country. And it's not just, you know, it's not them who are doing the worst part. It's our government by allowing it to happen. They're letting down the British public, and they will be punished at the polls at the next election. If they continue to allow this to happen, the people will simply not stand for it.
No, and the thing is, Jenny, you concede that our public services are not coping. So why do we actually want to increase our numbers at all?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but something that our man said 2 minutes ago is that we are turning away not just criminals, not terrorists. We are turning away doctors and lawyers and cleaners and people.
Well, we're not turning many of them away, Jenny. We're not turning many of them away. 98% of the folk from India who applied for a visa over the course of the last year got one. So that's hardly been particularly selective or picky, is it, Jenny? Come on.
We're talking about a particular group of people who are talking about dinghies. And I do see that trade union leaders, many people on the left are saying that we do have to have controlled immigration because we need to see what's going to happen in the future. But let me quote, the benefits of freedom of movement have been cited by Michael Clemens, senior fellow at the Centre for Global Development. If all barriers to labour mobility were to be removed, the world's GDP would increase by 100%. This is a humanitarian...
So, Benjamin, let's just get rid of our borders. Forget it. Why bother being the United Kingdom? Let's throw them open. That's what the left really think, isn't it, Benjamin? No, that is the truth of what the left really think.
It's absolutely ridiculous. This sort of chicanery with figures can't be allowed. It's like saying if we bring everyone to Britain, Britain will have the biggest GDP in the world. Well, of course, because there'll be no one anywhere else to create economic movement and prosperity. Look, at the end of the day, wherever there's going to be people, there's going to be domestic product. It's, you know, wherever you put those people, but it's about quality of life. It's about the distribution of that that domestic product. It's not just about creating this economic prosperity.
No, very good point. But look, fascinating debate. You're diametrically opposed, which I love. That was the political commentator Benjamin Longlane and the broadcaster and actress Jenny Barnett. So who do you agree with? Should the Tories pursue a net zero migration policy? Connor on Twitter says the UK is at capacity. Our infrastructure, public service budgets and home building projects can never keep pace with increasing demand. We cannot provide a great standard of life to citizens or real refugees. Shut the borders. It's the sensible, common sense, centrist position. From Ian, Conservatives are the party of mass migration, as proven by the massive increase over the last 12 years. And from Julian via email, we can have all the debates you like on immigration, but until we leave the ECHR, nothing will change. And do you know what, Julian? I completely agree with you. And I've been advocating for us to leave the ECHR for a long time now. And your verdict is now in. Interesting this, 69% of you agree with Lee Anderson that we need a net zero migration policy. 31% of you opposed.